Oh, hi! I'm back. And I guess I'm healthy enough to talk, and I think I sound healthy enough to talk, but I guess it's the weekend. Let's start with our two first. Now, I've been meaning to talk about this group for quite a while, actually, since last year. Um, I've been meaning to start, but then again, I just, it just, a lot of things happened. But then again, I guess it's high time to actually it's a perfect time, I would say, to talk about them since they've just released their new album, and that group is IVE. Now, IVE is um IVE is a six-member multinational group under Starship Entertainment. Now, Starship Entertainment is not part of the Big Four, as most people would say, but they have been pretty resilient, or they've been there for quite a while. Now, Starship Entertainment features the group WJSN, which wherein Dayong is a member who did Body last year. Another group I forgot to actually talk about, but really good. Then it also features the fifth gen group Kiki, which I like a lot, and IVE. Now, IVE is a six-member multinational group. Why they're multinational group? Because they have Japanese members. So the members are Won Young, Eugene, who's their leader. They have Gaeol, Liz, Ray, and their maknae Liso. Ray is Japanese, so which makes them multinational. Now, the special part about the group is that Won Young and Eugene used to be part of that super group, that limited release, no, that temporary super group called Eyes One. It's the group that also featured solo acts like Yuri, who also acted in Squid Game. There's also Yena, the patron saint of infinite cuteness. Yeah. If you tried her music, she's so cute. And also Chaewon and Sakura of the Seraphim. And we have Won Young, who used to be their who is their maknae, and Eugene. Now, the groups and this group, and also, by the way, Chaeyoung's sister Chaewon. So Lee Chaeyeon, also another soloist. So this is a group that has featured that has really branched out to a lot of success, and it's really amazing how all these members, how a group was able to like combine all these talents into one group and had really great songs. My personal favorite is Panorama. Um, but then again, back to IVE. So yes, they're a six-member multinational group with two members coming from Eyes One. So off the bat, this already lends the group a lot of credibility and a lot of already an existing fan base, especially for Won Young, who is basically Korea's fourth generation it girl. So she's Jang Won Young. So if I'm sure, and for K-pop fans who existing K-pop fans who are already familiar with her, I'm sure you're familiar with her. She's Won Young. Almost every other company wants to get her, and I think she has one of the biggest endorsement portfolios also for the whole of K-pop itself. Now, they've been together since 2021. So they debuted in December 2020. It was actually pretty late, right? But knowing their fan base and knowing their pull, that wasn't a problem for them. So they debuted in December 2021, and since then they've had two studio albums, seven extended plays, and three single albums. I personally have encountered them. I have personally encountered them with the song with because of the three single albums, specifically After Like, woo-hoo, I love that song and also love Dive. And but then again, at that point I was almost on my hiatus. So but that song has been rent free in my head for since 2021. Woohoo. And there's one thing that I like, and this is not just this is actually, I guess I would be talking about their new songs, but I would say this is my discourse on how I like IVE, and I would honestly say that I'm a new Dive. Their fan base or their fandom name is called Dive, and most of their albums always have IVE and something on it. So um what made me really got to really like IVE, aside from the fact that their songs have always been in my head, like the other song Heya, is that I'll have to go back to Islet. As most people know, and as I've always told people here, I'm a fan of Islet. Islet, I'm a glit. I'm a big fan of Islet, and what really got me into IVE is because of Ray. Ray is one of their rappers and also vocalist who loves going online. You could see her online. You could always see her in doing memes, and she has expressed in her some of her lives that she loves Wonhee, and she even had Wonhee in her show. And she gave one of the best advice that any older idol, any more established idol can give a rookie idol, which is just be themselves. People love Wonhee as she is, and she should not change who she is for anybody. And I would say that that's the best advice. And she has gotten Wonhee for some of her dance challenges and also some of her groups, which she calls the guineas. I guess for the guinea pigs. So it's it's such a great interaction, which I'm sure glits themselves, other glits, are also appreciative of, and that's also why I'm sure glits would also love IVE. And now, sorry, and now, in 2026, they have released their second full album. Now, now the second their second full album is has just released last February, 2023, and it's called um, sorry, and the song is called I've Secret. So no, that's I've Secret is the new album. It's called Revive. So with IVE. So their new full length album is called Revive, and it features two title tracks, a pre-release track called Bang Bang and Black Hole. So one thing that I would say about IVE songs, it is very anthemy. They have their vibe has always been something more elegant. They're not the super dancers of fourth gen, like let's say like an ITZY. They're not vocal powerhouses like NMIX, but they do have that combination of um, good dancing, good vocals, but there's always the touch of elegance, and in their songs always has that anthemy version. What do I mean anthemy? It's something that resonates with you. It's something that you can really move on. It's something that you can really, I guess, get in your heads. And that's one thing that I would say that is the biggest impact of IVE's music to me. Now I started getting back into IVE when they performed, when they had their song Heya. Heya, hey. I should not be singing. But then again, it is also one of their I would say it's one of their it's one of I would it really it's a song that actually got me back into IVE. Now initially they've always packaged it as always focusing on Wonyoung, but on 2025 it hasn't. It has now gone over to the whole group, and I would say it's a great measure. It's a great idea and a great transfer of, I guess, it's a great shift by Starship to do that. And because, especially now that their Maknae Liso is already, it's not a minor anymore. So they could do a lot more things, a lot more concepts. And they just did that with Bang Bang. Their outfits, their dance, especially Liso's headline dance, I would say, for the bridge. Wow. Okay, you don't. It's something that older idols should be doing, and there she goes. Now, Ray, they started looking really cutie at the moment. That's when they started. But now that everybody's getting older, everybody's getting more mature, everybody's getting a lot prettier. Um, their styling has changed a bit, but they're still very elegant. That's one thing that I would say with IVE's music, and I guess it's not really just for their new album, but for the rest of their music. I would say that IVE has always shown elegance in all their looks, shown elegance. They have shown a great balance of vocal power and choreography. Though most people would say that they rely a lot on their backup dancers, but that makes it more, and the number third point, more anthemy. They're perfect for concerts. They're perfect for awards, performances, and 2025 was their year. They've won lots of awards. They're basically the ESPA of 2025, which, or in ESPA, won so much for Whiplash, and 2025 was IVE's year, and 2026 continues to be IVE's. I guess would continue. IVE started strong in 2026 with Bang Bang and Black Hole. I personally like Bang Bang more, but Black Hole is just as anthemy as Bang Bang and the rest of their songs. I'll be putting links to their videos. I'll start by putting links to their music in 2024, 2025, which was Attitude and XOXZ and Rebel Heart. I loved Rebel Heart. Rebel Heart is actually one of my biggest anthems for 2025. It's love me or hate me, but you will never be me. It's a clap back. It's one of their clap back to their many haters, which actually which personally for me it comes from envy, because Wonyong is Wonyong, and it's perfect. That phrase came from her, and I've been meaning to do a video on Rebel Heart, but it just so happens other songs it get covered by other songs. But Rebel Heart is one of my favorite songs. Then again, I love it because it's anthemy. Um, and I've also loved IVE, especially for how Ray supports Wonhee, and that's also one of the reasons why I love IVE. And again, IVE is something. The things I love about IVE is elegance. Their look of elegance. Now, a lot of people have been saying that Liz, one of IVE's better vocalists, is trying to look like Wonyoung. But then again, I actually like her. I like her now. Now that she's having her black hair era. Yes, she has lost quite a big chunk of weight, but it does make her look better. It doesn't. That's not saying that it didn't look good before, but this more mature look in her suits her. So I can't really say that with the haters saying they're trying to make her look like Wonyoung. They don't. They don't. I don't know. They don't. But then again, I do hope that she's still healthy. Um, so again, that's the things I like about IVE is their sound. It's very anthemy. It gives you that strong emotion. Their look. They've always had this elegance in them. There's a look of elegance in them. Their dances aren't as They're not doesn't seem too energetic, too powerful, but it's enough to get you going. And lastly, when it all goes together, it sounds so good. It sounds so IVE. Even when they interpolate other songs like Uncle Tom's Apartment in Attitude, when they put Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive in After, like, it just mixes that you don't that unless you really know the song, you won't know that it's part from another song. And that's what I like about IVE. And I guess this is a discourse on how IVE has gone to rule 2025 and has started 2026 strong. And I do hope that it still continues. And as a glit, I'm a big fan of IVE.